Hello, dear students. Welcome you to the discipline Marketing Communications, and I am Tagaybayeva Lucia Islamovna, the candidate of Economic Sciences from the Department of Economy and Management of the Enterprise. Our specialty is marketing. Today is the lecture number 3, and the topic advertising as an element of marketing communications. The purpose of the course is to master the knowledge of effective sales of products and services in order to make effective production, organizational, and scientific decisions at the level of modern requirements. The plan of our lesson will consist of 3 questions. The first one about the concept of the essence and main tasks of advertising, then the second about advertising media, and the last one, the stages of planning advertising activities. The concept of the essence and main tasks of advertising. In its history, advertising has come a long way from simply informing people to subconsciously suggesting to the people the necessary symbols and images associated with achieving the objectives of advertisers. Advertising is a communication tool that serves to inform an audience, usually the masses, about services and especially products already available or promised in the near future by presenting the product or service on the most effective way while respecting the principles of accuracy, completeness of information, and good taste. Advertising is the most important element of marketing. Every stage of firm's marketing activities has a connection to advertising activities. The Philip Kotler, who was born in 1931, is the author of books in marketing and management, the first to make marketing a separate specialty. His book, Marketing Fundamentals, is a kind of Bible of the marketing. What is marketing? The marketing is a social process, the art and science of correctly selecting a target market, attracting, maintaining, and increasing the number of consumers by creating confidence in the buyer that he represents the highest value for the company. This is the words of the Philip Kotler. Marketing, the management of the creation of goods and services and mechanisms for their implementation as a single integrated process. Advertising is only one element of the marketing system. Now about the history. The 1950s are characterized by a broad and deep introduction into economic practice, the concept of marketing, and new philosophy of entrepreneurship. The motto of marketing is to produce what sells, not to serve for what is produced. Marketing involves effectively meeting the needs of consumers. Marketing communication system consists of the members, channels, communication techniques. The role of the marketing communication system is constantly increasing. Marketing communications are directed at specific people and various firms that influence the promotion of a product to the consumer. The choice of marketing communications goals determines the means used to achieve them. Marketing communication tools is the basic. This is communication mix, promotion mix, and synthetic complexes. As for basic, this is the advertisement, PR, including publicity, sales promotion, direct marketing. This is the direct marketing or personal selling. As for synthetic complexes, this is branding, exhibitions and fairs, sponsorship, QMS at the point of sales, design, production, etc. Event marketing, rumors, and packaging. So the other classification of marketing tools, ATL actions, from English above the line, direct advertising, BTL actions from the English under the line, measures to promote sales, and PR, presentations, sampling, contests, participation in mass promotions, etc. The line, in this case, represents the cost of those marketing activities. Gradually, the lines between traditional and non-traditional advertising are being blurred. We are talking about TTL advertising through the line, which allows you to address different target audiences simultaneously. Here we see above the line, below the line, radio. As for above the line, this is the radio, TV, outdoor, advertising, indoor, press, internet, cinema, and the public relations. As for below the line, this is consumer promotion, trade promotion, direct marketing, point of sales materials, event marketing. And through the line, this is everything comes together. Now here you can see not a big video film, as you will be welcome to the advertising of the marketing. Advertising technology is a historical overview. This is the unique selling proposition, imaging, positioning, integrated marketing communications, and branding. Each of the approaches outlined not only develops and complements, but sometimes dialectically negates their previously technology. Here you can see the spectrum of the marketing strategies from maximum to minimum and the time of introduction. So the second one, this is the advertising media, unique selling production, USP, shortly. Rosso Reeves, Reality in Advertising, 1961, 4 criteria for measuring the effectiveness of unique selling proposition. Does the advertisement convey the message it is intended to convey to the consumer? Whether the offer is unique, does it motivate the consumer to buy? Does it provide a benefit? The unique selling proposition advertising is the art of getting USP into minds of the greatest number of people at the lowest cost, Reeves. Advertising should be avoided. Vampire argument, vampire image, a wide range of benefits, and lack of identity. So here we can see the most successful advertising of the USP. Any advertising is a long-term investment in brand image, or Ogilvy. At the heart of image theory is the concept of the stereotype. Walter Lippmann, Public Opinion in 1922. Stereotypes and images always represent one side of a product and never the whole product. Image advertising, a synergy of traditional advertising and public relations elements. The utilitarian function of selling a product inherent in commercial advertising has given way to the tandem of individualization and accentuation. So this is the time of the images, and the director of the Institute of Princeton. Hard positioning is to create a strong position in the mind of the buyer and to displace competing brands from the minds of consumers. The main principle of positioning is not to create something new and different, but to manipulate what already lives in the minds of consumers, to use the connections that already exist. Jack Trout, All Rise, Positioning, the Battle of Recognition. IMC and branding image to achieve positive results. It's advertisable to combine different channels of communication. Those are advertising, sales, promotion, direct marketing, and public relation. The concept of brand management is an approach that emerged largely due to the finding of Neil McElroy, who worked for Procter & Gamble and implemented in the 1931. Branding is the creative work of advertiser and advertising agency to create and implement in the minds of consumers specialized brand image, an image marked with a certain trademark on the basis of serious marketing research. A company is worth exactly what its brand is worth, Philip Kotler said. Brand wheel. The essence of the method is that a brand is seen as a set of 5 shells nested one inside the other. The brand wheel allows you to describe and systemize in detail all aspects of the interaction between the brand and the consumer. The attributes. So what does the brand represent? The physical and functional characteristics of a brand. Benefits. What does the brand do for me? Values. What emotions do I experience when I use the brand? What do I think of myself and what do others think of me when I use the brand? Personality. If the brand were a person, who would it be? Imagine the brand is the person who walks into this room right now, what he looks like, what he is by gender, age, profession. What would the brand say to you? And as for the essence, the core of the brand, central idea offered to the consumer. Here we see the target. This is the mission and the vision of our university. The personality, our gains, attributes, and the motions. The sales promotion is a system of short-term incentives and techniques aimed at encouraging the purchase or sale of goods and taking the forms of additional benefits, conveniences, savings. Three types of recipients of the sales promotion events. This is consumers, resellers, in-house sales staff in hours. The goals of sales promotion are to acquaint the consumer with a new product, push him to buy, increase the number of items purchased by one customer, to encourage the adherence of a particular brand and the regular customers, reduce time fluctuations in sales, seasonal, by day of the week, during the day, and etc. As for sales promotion techniques aimed at consumers, those are price discounts, use of discount payment cards, coupon distribution, in-kind bonuses, free samples and sampling, tastings, exchange for competitors' goods, temporary use for sampling, games contests, and lotteries. Discounts from the price in case of an agreed volume of goods, free provision of a specified quantity of goods to intermediary or condition of purchase of specified quantity, bonuses, pushes in case of sales of goods in excess of the agreed amount within a certain period of time, dealer competitions, seminars and recreational trips, free advanced training. As sales promotion techniques to your own sales staff, those are bonuses for the best sales workers, extra vacation days, recreational trips, vendor contests with awards for winners, vendor conferences, all sorts of moral incentives. The main features of the sales promotion system, those are attractiveness, informative. Many sales promotion techniques are in the form of an invitation to purchase. The variety of means and techniques of sales promotion, but BUT is the short-term effect in sales growth. So let's speak about the third one. This is the stages of the planning and advertising activities, the direct marketing. Is a direct interactive interaction between the seller and the consumer in the process of selling a particular product. In this case, the buyer is not a passive object of influence, but an active and full participant in the business dialogue. Now, let's speak about the forms of direct marketing. Those are personal selling, direct mail marketing, this is the direct mail, the catalog marketing, telephone marketing, telemarketing, and internet marketing. And I would say that in our times, more spreadable the internet marketing, the personal selling, and catalog marketing. So let's speak about the goals of direct marketing. This is sensitization, keeping the consumer in the sphere of influence of the communicator, developing a long-term personal relationship with the recipient, stimulate the act of buying and creating the conditions for numerous repeat purchases, starting the consumer reaction to a particular product as for opportunity to directly obtain valuable marketing information. Those are the characteristics of direct marketing. The direct character in the seller-buyer relationship, targeting and hierarchies, dialogue mode of communication, seller-buyer, measurable effect of communication, flexible adaptability to recipients' needs, a relatively small volume of the target audience covered in a single communication act, relatively high cost per contact. Now, the forms of direct marketing. A salesperson comes into contact with a single consumer during a personal sale. The salesperson is in contact with a group of consumers. The salesperson's sales team is in contact with a group of buyers' representatives, conducting sales meetings and conducting sales seminars. The public relations, relationships with the public aimed at creating a positive reputation and image of the company, often carried out through explicit or implicit substitution of a source of information by a third party, such as a leading attract article in the newspaper or magazine, and sporting or cultural event, or a charity event. Public relation and advertising. The Public Relations Manifesto in 1986. For example, the public relations include non-aggressive, informative, rational. The point method. This is the dialogue with the audiences. A trust strategy to ensure consolidation and ownership, an institutional image of a company in order to generate mutual trust. As for advertising, this is the information attack in squares, large audiences without regard to particular groups or public opinion. The target groups, a strategy of desire generating a motivation to buy, brand image that generates a desire to buy. PR techniques, public relations. The first one is media relations. This is the press, television, radio, press conferences and briefings, press release, mailing list, production of television and radio reports with the firm's participation, writing articles about the firm, its people, or its activities, interviews with executives and invitations to the media, establishing positive relationships with the editors and other employees of the media, creation of a journalist lobby. The second, public relations by means of printed products, publication of annual official reports on the firm's activities, publication of a corporate brochure catalog, publication of the company magazine. The third, this is participation of the company in conferences. The fourth one, the firm's organization of all kinds of events. The fifth one, this is the public relations activities in the firm aimed at the state of administration bodies, nomination by firms of their people in government bodies, formation of a lobby, presenting new products of the highest quality to the leaders of the state, attracting the inviting the top leaders of the state to participate in the celebrations organized by the organization. The sixth, public relation on the internet, the website creation, press release mailing, participation in internet conferences, the publication of own electronic newspapers and magazines. The next one, favorable representation of the company from the stage and in works of fiction, those movies and TV films, product placement. The key features of public relation: wide coverage of the consumer audience, narrative form of presenting information claiming objectively, credibility or at least the illusion of credibility, a relatively higher level of respectability, even more uncertainty that advertising about the measurement of impact, variety of applied firms, a relatively low average cost of one contact with the target audience. As for publicity, publicity is a non-personal and unpaired sponsor's stimulation of demand for a product or service by disseminating commercially important information about it in the print media or by favorable presentation on radio, television, or stage. The main difference between publicity and advertising is that it's free. The desired effect is achieved due to the fact that with the use of such public relation technology as publicity, an informational occasion is formed. Information occasion is an event which by its importance or extravagance can interest the reader, viewer, or listener of one or another media. So let's speak about synthetic QMC. This is the sponsorships are activities to provide financial assistance to popular recipients in order to promote their own brand. Sponsorship activities can increase a company's prestige and create a positive image of its activities. Examples of sponsorships include material support for sporting events or the donation of funds to charitable public foundations. As for exhibitions and fairs, are the organization of public demonstration of the company's achievements in any field, as well as events aimed at selling goods as a result of displaying product samples. The exhibition activities have a number of purposes. Here we can see 5 of them. The first, demonstration of services. The second one, market research and study of competitors' offers. Next one, advertising of services and the company, conclusion of agreements with partners, and direct sale or services. The communications at points of sale and the event marketing, tastings or promotions, various festivals and concerts. So the role of packaging as a mute salesman, those informative, the next informative and stimulating. The appeal of packaging is due to several factors. The development of self-service stores, the functions of the salesperson is being taken over by the packaging. The next, the growth of the average standard of living of consumer. People are willing to overpay for the appearance of goods. The next is the formation of a recognizable image of the company's manufacturer and the innovation in packaging. Informal verbal marketing communications, those are communicated, generated rumors. What does it mean, the rumors? Rumors are special, usually unreliable information and or destroying form of transmission of any information distributed exclusively orally as if in confidence by word of mouth and functioning exclusively in sound form. Most often, rumors arise in the absence of complete and reliable information of any issue of interest to people. Let us emphasize a rumor is always distorted, not completely reliable or completely unreliable, at least not verified information. But I should say that very often in our life, we believe to the rumors before we test something by ourselves. And sometimes the rumors may influence on the firm, on the product, on the any different packages, the advertising of the package mostly more strongly than advertising itself. Because people trust very often to each other, and they emphasize the rumors as the relatively interesting and very successful and useful information. So today, marketing communications should become not only more personalized, but also interactive, not just affecting the consumer, but interacting with him. The task of interactive communications is to encourage the consumer to interact with the company or brand, not only at the moment of broadcasting and not only at the moment of purchase of or consumption of goods. The possibilities of interactive marketing communications are selective exposure, user identification, consumer activation, use of viral marketing effects, the reduction of expenses for advertising information distribution. Interactive advertising is work with the core audience, not the target audiences as a whole. The core audience is the most loyal brand consumers. Sloanism, the techniques of the virtuoso marketing. Sloanism is a marketing strategy created by Alfred Sloan in 1920s. The surface improvement strategies to create a demand for a new model and generate a certain degree of dissatisfaction with the old one. Bait and switch, an advertisement or a window display offers you one thing, but when you ask for it, the answer is one. Sorry, we're out, get another. The Alka-Seltzer marketing attack 1950s, take more, change more often. The bait and look business model of the King Gillette, the inventor of the safety razor. The essence of the model is that you sell the basic thing at a discount, sometimes at a loss of himself, and the main profit is made on consumables. Printer plus cartridge, coffee machine plus capsules, cooler and water. Premium is free and premium and refers to a business model in which the company charges money only from those who want additional functionality, demand games, master fares, premium accounts, etc. And the true and post sale, the item contains the treat of inevitable extra spending, the phone plus mobile connection, credits, VCB money, 510 gain, condition of spending 200,500. One of the main tools of cynical marketing is quilt. People almost always feel uncomfortable when they get something for free. Hence, the success of premium free samples and supermarket tastings. By giving you something for free, the manufacturer is, the one hand, makes you obligated on the one hand, but on the other, it's an insult to your pride. So at the end of our lecture, I would like to answer some questions. So we have 5 of them. The first, define advertising. Next one, what are the goals of the sales promotion? The next, list the characteristics of direct marketing. The fourth one, what are the forms of direct marketing? And the last one, what is the main difference between publicity and advertising? And at the end of our lecture, you will have a list of the literature. It consists of 4 names. Here you see them. And now have a good luck and see you our next lecture.